So Tucker Carlson went on Twitter, started his own show, got, I don't know, 1 billion views, something like that. More views than MSNBC and Fox News will have in a year.
Jimmy, those were just impressions.
And now, guess what? They're suing him. They're trying to I'm like, well, how are they going to silence him? Well, they're suing him for breach of contract, even though Tucker walked away from his contract. Doesn't want the money. Shortly after Carlson posted the first episode of his new show on Twitter Tuesday evening, Fox News General Counsel Bernard Gugar sent a letter to Carlson's lawyers saying Carlson is in breach of his contract agreement. In connection with such breach and pursuant to the agreement, Fox expressly reserves all rights and remedies which are available to it at law or equity. Jeez. What does that mean? Or equity? What does that mean? The letter refers to Carlson's contract, which was originally signed on November 8th, 2019, and amended on February 16th, 2021. This evening, we were made aware of Mr. Tucker Carlson's appearance on Twitter in a video that lasted over 10 minutes. The letter read, pursuant to the terms of the agreement, Mr. Carlson's services shall be completely exclusive to Fox. So they don't want him to go on the air, and they don't want you to hear what he has to say. He didn't have any sponsors on Twitter. There was no ads. It was just a guy talking on social media. And they're trying to say that's a breach of their contract for a guy going on Fox News, doing a Fox News show, on a cable news show. So a guy talking on social media, which is literally what he was doing, is the same thing as doing a news show on Fox. So they admit that Twitter is exactly the same thing as Fox. Isn't that weird that they would admit that? I think so. It adds that Carlson, but the rest of the media was trying to was trying to discredit Tucker Carlson because it wasn't on TV. That it was just this junky little show he was doing on Twitter. Fox News doesn't think it's junky little news show. They think it's exactly the same thing. It adds that Carlson's contract says he is prohibited from rendering services of any type whatsoever, whether over the internet, via streaming or similar distribution, or other digital distribution, whether now known or hereafter devised. So that's their legalese to try to get him in a tourniquet. So we control you. You can't do anything anywhere at any time. It doesn't sound like he can even send an email. That's what it sounds like there. They were really trying to dot their I's and cross their T's. Carlson's legal team, according to a source familiar with its thinking, objects to the network's effort to block Carlson's Twitter appearances because they believe Twitter is not directly competitive with Fox News. Now, I think they can make a legal argument and win. But I think we all know they are direct competitor to Fox News, especially when he went out and got all those views, millions and millions and millions more views than Fox News gets. A source told Axios that Fox believes it has been working in good faith to reach an amicable agreement. Oh, really? That's a good source. The big picture, this is according to Axios, they say the big picture is this. They say Carlson has been leveraging allies such as former NFL quarterback Brett Favre, or do you say Favre? Brett Favre, to put pressure on the network to let him out of his contract. Isn't that funny that they would ask Brett Favre? Right?
Right?
Brett Favre. A source told Axios that Carlson was told by a senior Fox executive that the network's goal is to keep him sidelined until 2025. That's their goal. So why do you think they're doing that? They're doing that for military-industrial complex because they want to make sure they can get in another warmonger president. This is my guess. This is my guess. Oh, did you know that acting in Carlson's behalf, the Green Bay Packers legend Brett Favre reportedly sent Fox News executives a sternly worded dick pic. I don't know if you know that. That was the joke, right? Didn't he get in trouble for sending a dick pic? Didn't he do that? Something like that? Anyway. Catch it. So that's the story. So that's the whole story. And now we'll see what happens. Is Tucker going to do another show? I think he should just keep doing them and let them sue him and see what happens.
That would only continue to popularize that show, by the way, on Twitter.
Yeah.
You know, Fox coming after him.
So here's the part that I didn't get. So Tucker Carlson was the only person pushing back against that scandal with the Dominion voting systems. He was the one pushing back on air against that. He wasn't going along with that lie of the Dominion. He was pushing back. He was the one who was consistent in his private emails questioning the facts of the Dominion, and on camera he questioned the facts of what people were saying that the Dominion voting machines were hacked. He questioned that privately and on public. He pushed back against it. But when they report this, they make it seem like it was Tucker Carlson that was doing all the lying about Dominion, and it wasn't. That's the weird thing. So it says Carlson was ousted from Fox News in April following a record $787 million defamation settlement with Dominion Voting System, which sued the network for making false claims about the company. But that Carlson was the other people. Carlson was the guy pushing back. So that's why it's weird that so the establishment, Axios in this case, working for the establishment, wants you to believe that's why he got. So that's weird. To be here's a little bit more weird stuff. Carlson, Axios reported, has since accused Fox of fraud and has argued that Fox breached its contract when his senior executives reneged on promises made to Carlson intentionally and with reckless disregard for the truth. Okay. I think they breached his contract when they didn't put him on the air. Wouldn't that be a big breach of his contract? Carlson's lawyers also argued Fox broke its promise to Carlson not to settle the Dominion voting systems in a way which would indicate wrongdoing on the part of the former host. So Fox said, don't worry, we're going to settle this and it's not going to implicate you. But I didn't know that it implicated Tucker Carlson at all. I didn't know that. So that just could be shitty reporting by Axios. I think a lot of this might be shitty reporting by Axios. Axios previously reported that Carlson was told by a member of the Fox board that he was taken off the air as part of the Dominion settlement. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. That's not it. He's the only one they would take off, the only guy who pushed back against the Dominion story, the only guy who was telling the truth about it. That's why they fired him. This is what the establishment wants you to think. He got fired because he told the truth about Ukraine, and he brought on RFK Jr. to tell the truth about Big Pharma and how they corrupt the news. And I don't know if you remember, but RFK Jr. told a story on this show about that he was friends with Roger Ailes, who used to run Fox News. And Roger Ailes said, if he goes, I agree with you, his concerns about vaccines. He said, but 75% of my news advertising budget comes from Big Pharma. So if one of those hosts were to have you on, I would have to fire him. That's what Roger Ailes said before he died to RFK Jr. That if he went on a show on Fox News and they brought on RFK Jr. to talk about Big Pharma, that he would have to fire him. Well, they fired him the same week they brought him on. And now I have it on inside information from my sources at Fox that he got fired because of Zelensky. The stuff because Zelensky talked to Murdoch, and it was all the stuff he was saying about Ukraine and Zelensky. I think it was a combination of I think it was what he brought on RFK Jr. They just couldn't do it anymore. And so now they want to keep him off because they want to make sure they get another warmonger in power. They don't want somebody to get elected promising to end the wars. And that's what Tucker Carlson could do. He could force a candidate to do that, to at least give lip service to it. Tucker Carlson's definitely more popular than the fucking Republican Party. I'll tell you that. And the reason why he's popular now is because he's telling the truth about things. He's not following the script from corporate America anymore. And as soon as he did that, he got ousted. Before, when he was doing all that stuff that people claimed they hated him, that made him a horrible person, they kept giving him raises. They kept giving him bigger, better jobs. When did they fire him? When he started to tell the truth about everything. He's starting to tell the truth about everything now. Hey, so I don't know if you're into this kind of stuff. It's the Field of Greens. It's so what this is, it's a powder you put in water, you mix it, or you can put it in a smoothie or whatever. They give you this. They give you a little scooper. You take a scoop of this and you put it in, shake it up, or you whatever. You can make a smoothie, whatever you want. But it's real food. So they select. They know the right foods, like the vegetables and fruits, and they somehow turn it into a powder. And then you take it, and it's great. And it's now Misha has actually. I've been taking it. I like the taste of it. Like I've said before, it tastes like a mixture of iced tea, lemonade, and fresh cut grass. I think it tastes great. And I don't know. Do I look better? Do I feel better? But at least I'm getting vitamins by taking this, right? So you get all your vitamins and all your stuff, and it's all organic and it's superfood. It's not like supplements. It's actual superfood. Now, Misha, how good have you been feeling? Talk on the mic.
I swear to Bob, it gave me energy.
It really did, right?
It really did, yeah.
You feel much better, right? Could you show her?
Yes, it was like a not so much like a caffeine energy, but like an aura.
An aura
of energy.
Yeah, you felt it, right?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so no messing around. That comes right from Misha, and she's a mom, so she can't lie. She's not a mom. That's a joke. So if you want, so here's what you do. You go to fieldofgreens.com, use the promo code Jimmy, and that gets you, what does it get you? It gets you 15% off your one-time purchase or 10% off of subscription. So if you like this stuff, this is a good way to support the show, and it's good. It's healthy. So thank you very much for doing that. Go to fieldofgreens.com, use promo code Jimmy. Hey, everybody, only $10 to go see my new stand-up special, COVID Lies Are Funny, at jimmydore.com. And come see us do a live show. We're going to be in Cohoes, New York, Hartford, Connecticut, Bakersfield, California, Baltimore, San Francisco, Huntington Beach, Rosemont, and Chicago, Las Vegas, Salt Lake City, and more. We're going to be in New York, Stamford, Connecticut, Pottstown, Pennsylvania, San Diego, everywhere. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for all our tickets.